Hello there, Wizard of Arc here. There was a request to provide an example of my converting between the different notation systems. So this is the video for converting tab into the other notation systems. Enjoy. So here is the tab of what I played. 0244 0544 0244 2022. Here's a, low E, A, D, G, B, and high E. If you notice, there's no rhythm indication here. We will have to look at that to make sure when we convert for the other notation forms, we'll add it, but I might actually add it in here. So I'll need to take a listen again to see exactly what rhythm I did and put little rhythm flags underneath. Okay, I notated some rhythm things, starting to introduce that other notation system a little bit. Mainly, as I discussed in a previous video, the tab by itself does not include any rhythm information, so I'm stealing that from the other notation system. Also, as I was notating rhythm, I missed a beat, so here's the corrected there. So here we're almost to the point of doing the standard notation, so that will be the next thing I will demonstrate. Okay, I was going to do this on the computer or do it, what's the word? I was going to do it and then show it to you after the fact, but maybe actually seeing me actually go through the process or drawing it out might be more informative and helpful. So here I placed where the open strings would be on the treble clef. So we can use that to combine with this to show what our notation is going to be. So we have this here. I wrote it here. Oh, here we go. This note here is actually a pickup note. So let's go ahead and now we're going to have a pickup note here. Let's see. I think we have enough little grid lines here to do each of these being could do eighth notes. Yeah, probably make each of these an eighth note. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how many measures. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that actually works. Apologies for the shaky camera, but maybe hopefully this proves this is not AI. Okay, so on the previous eighth note, we're going to have this open D, which is here. Draw a little flag here. And here we have 2 on the G, which is a whole step above G, so that'll be an A natural. And this is going to a whole step above that, which is B, which also is the same as an open string here, but the way I played it is closed, but it doesn't matter in Western Standard because it all looks the same there. And repeat the note. But also let's look at this. In the rhythm it holds, so it's like an offbeat quarter note. This is a little confusing. The first little curved line here was to indicate a slur because it's a hammer-on. But that might be a little confusing for how I'm writing the notation right now. All right. So that. Then we have the next note, which is a re-articulation of that 4. 2. And that's tied almost to the end of the bar, but then there's another pickup note, which is again on that D. And so this is 5, which is a perfect 4th above G, which is a C natural. You know, again, it's a half step going down to the B, so it's a D and D, D, D. Same rhythm, which is nice. I don't know if I did that on purpose. Maybe I did. Should I tie the right notes together? Another open D. Oh, and this is a open string, and it's on the G string. So it's this open G. Whoops. Yep, G. Like trying to hold the camera and write this at the same time. Oh. Oh yeah, and this is not how this has a det. So articulating on each 2. Oh, so it's 2 on that D string, so that's going to be the E. D, 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 and there's 3 of those. And it's held extra long, maybe for the rest of the bar. All right, let me draw little lines here just to make some of this clear. All right, see, there you go. We got a turn from tab into Western Standard. And the next step is to convert this to MIDI roll. And I'm going to try something different and actually do it on paper. And then we'll show you the computer version. Okay. Again, forgiveness for what's going to be shaky camera, but I think this is for the sake of honesty and, hey, you don't need a computer to do this kind of thing. And I'll be referring to what I did over here as I work on this graph paper here. We can go ahead and kind of shade in where our, you know, on a piano roll, you have a little piano roll, MIDI roll. It's called piano roll because they use the piano as the guide or pattern. So I'm doing my alternating 2s and 3s. So, then, so this is, I think this will be enough for range. Let's see, let's take a look here. Range goes from a D up to the C, so it's a flat 7 range. Could use this D here, this D here, we can go up to that C, so we have enough space. And that's the D above middle C, so if you want to actually have the MIDI numbers, you can actually do 62 right here. There we go. All right, so let's see, and let's start the first measure here. Yeah, we can use these little grid lines for, not the vertical grid lines, those are going to be confusing. For the 8th notes, we can go ahead and use each of these cells for each 8th note. So we have a pickup on this D. Oh, and if we want, we can also put in the strings. I'll actually go ahead and do that. If this is our 62, this is also our D string. This will be our G string and our B string and the high E string here. And if we want to go lower, we can do that. A string and E string. Although where we're at, we're going to be up in this area for this piece. Sorry. Oh, I caught myself there. This is where our lowest point is going to be. So pick up note there. And now we can either use the notation here or the tab to tell us where to put this. In fact, actually the tab might be easier in the sense that we won't have to mentally convert steps. Like, you know, if you see, for instance, you see a second here, we don't know if that's going to be 2 semitones or 1 semitone unless we know the scale, you know, like, oh, this is C major scale. But you have to know that, versus with tab, you can just count. Okay, 4 and 2, 2 and 4, that's a whole step. 5 and 4, that's a half step. That's a 1 fret worth. One little grid line kind of thing. Okay, so we have the pickup on D, and then we have a G going to a B, or is the G going to B? No, A. Sorry, A going to B. See, I misread that. Here we have the 2nd fret on the G string. So either way, you can use either one. And why is this focus so damn stupid? All right, so we have our G, go up 2, through A, up 2 steps, because we know it's the 4th fret. And it holds for 2 quarter note or 2 eighth notes. Say, so, you know, we gotta not be distracted by these strong vertical lines here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I know this is, I might speed this up. I don't know. Yeah, so let's see. No, I'm not used to talking out loud while doing this. I take that back. I do talk to myself when doing this. But I'm not used to actually doing that in front of people. Or am I lying there too? People who know me know I'm a bit more extroverted. I mean, I have a theory that people who are introverts tend to be better at YouTubey things, and I'm kind of struggling sometimes with that because I don't see your faces. I can't interact with people. And where are we? Okay, let's take a look again. We have the second one holds for 3 eighths notes. Okay, that can't be right. Is that right? Did I do that right? Oh, sorry, it holds for 4 eighths notes. That's right. It holds for 4 eighths notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we hit our pickup again. Since we know this pattern, we know that for each of these 3, oh, it's only 3, not 4 measures, sorry. Anyway, we know that before each one, There's the pickup on D. So I had to, sometimes it's hard to show rearticulations in MIDI roll. And you have to, it's like sometimes a little tiny line when you're in your DAW. In your DAW. Okay. Do. So this is going to be half step above because it goes 5/4 or CB. So if we go to C, C, B, rearticulate, hold 4, there we go, 3, and, oh, 4, hold for 4. I got distracted by that heavy line. This is my measure, this is my bar line here, okay. Okay, and it repeats that first section. I don't know, I might have audio of this in the background or something. That was actually a suggestion by one of my followers when he was critiquing the video, which I appreciate. Feedback is most helpful. Let's see, what am I doing wrong here? Oh no, I'm not doing anything wrong here. Because the pickup built the final... Oh, I did this wrong. See, I got caught in the habit instead of actually reading the dang thing I wrote. So it's a... This should be an A here. But why am I... Ah, I am so stupid. I didn't do the last one, or I didn't do, oh my goodness. I didn't do the repeat. I didn't do this part the second time in my standard notation. So when I make this prettier, I will insert that there. So that'll be correct. So it is 4 measures. Okay. All right, so we want A here. Oh, sorry about the focus. Sorry about the focus, folks. Sorry about the focus. And then this goes down to a G. There's the real downbeat. So, oh, G is here. And that goes to E. Yeah, I'm using the piano, the little shaded part here to help me with the notes. If you don't know piano stuff, that might make it a little harder. And then you probably just refer to tab and these lines here. I'm drawing these little tiny vertical bars to remind me that I am rearticulating. Rearticulating means to hit it again. And I don't know how long I'm holding that there. Okay. So here is the pencil rough version. As you can see, mistakes are made, but that's what pencil is for. And I will have a computer version of this for you to take a look at. So here, say goodbye to the pencil version. So I hope you found that useful. Slán.